Yo, what's going on, Weyerbacher and friends? Just got out of Safeway, did some grocery shopping. Really excited about today. We're doing some spicy sausage gravy, hash browns, and a Bloody Mary. By far my favorite breakfast of all time. I talked with the butcher for a while, found myself some nice hot Italian sausage for this dish. Got one more secret ingredient lined up, and we're gonna get cooking here. All right, well, we are now in the kitchen, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to make the cocktail, the virgin cocktail, that'll go well with your breakfast. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to use some vodka with this recipe, but for now, we're just going with some water. So I picked up some of this Tabasco Bloody Mary mix. Usually I make mine from scratch with Worcestershire, Clamato, or just regular tomato juice, but for, price-wise, this is the best bang for your buck. And I'm just gonna use this time to make this quick little drink for your breakfast and talk a little more about our recipe. So we're just gonna add in our water. Make sure you use a little bit of ice too with your Bloody Mary. Keep it nice and cold. And then it's as simple as this with the Bloody Mary mix. And just fill it up to the top, and it should mix really well. Now, keep in mind that this breakfast is for people who enjoy spice. Feel free to, switch up the recipe if you need to. But I'm a big fan of spice. Always have been, always will be. And another part to the spice we're gonna add, this is the secret ingredient. We're gonna use some diced green chilies with the sausage gravy, which I think is just gonna, knock it out of the park for me. But yeah, so what I wanna do with this cooking video is, I really get bored when I watch cooking videos where it's the duration of the cooking process is just met with commentary, and it's a slow moving thing. I just want this recipe to be made quickly, and I want people to just watch the video and be able to make it themselves. And I'll stop the video at some points to give some commentary on certain things. One thing that I'm gonna have to figure out is when to add in the green chilies, since this is a new addition to the sausage gravy recipe. But yeah, we're gonna get started. Really excited to see how that hot Italian sausage turns out. It's actually from Kalispell, Montana. And yeah, it's gonna be great. So raise your glass and let's start cooking. All right, so what I did to keep things as simple and as just fast-tracked as possible is I got some country-style hash browns in the freezer section. These things are super easy to prepare. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this because guess what? Instructions are right on the bag. Anyone can do it. It's gonna be about 8 minutes over medium-high heat in a pan with some oil. Just flip them continuously and make sure these hash browns are crispy. If you don't like your hash browns crispy, I'm sorry, but we can't be friends. The crispiness of the hash browns is just gonna go great with the heavy, creamy sausage gravy we're gonna prepare. All right, we'll see you in a few. So all these hash browns are cooking. You don't even want to touch them for about the first 8 minutes, then you're gonna turn them over and let them brown. So we're gonna get started on this sausage. I mean, the way this sausage smells, this hot Italian, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna throw it in this pan over here right next to our hash browns. Cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes until it's brown. Then you move it to a paper towel and then you get started on the actual gravy. All right, so we got our sausage pan set up with some oil. Make sure it's on medium heat. And don't forget to add a little bit of seasoning to your hash browns as you're going through this. One thing's for sure, you're gonna use a lot of pepper in this recipe, especially for the gravy. Yeah, let's get those seasoned. And now, pan's looking, it's ready for the sausage to get dropped in. Now, and then just mash it up. A nice, good quality ground sausage. So we're just gonna break this up in the pan and let all this cook for a few more minutes, and then we'll check back in. As you can see, this sausage is coming together real nicely. So that 3/4 pound brick of sausage is broken up nicely. I'm gonna try and break it up a little bit more. So you see at the bottom of the pan, all that stuff at the bottom, that's going to be the foundation of the flavor for the sausage gravy, and that just looks perfect. It's going to be a few more minutes on here, get it nice and cooked through. And personally, what I like to do is break this sausage up into the smallest chunks I can, just because that's how I like eating my gravy. You can do big chunks like this or however much you want. Like I said, change the recipe to your taste. All right, this sausage is getting pretty close to being done. So what I'm going to do is after maybe another minute or two, I'm going to just scoop it all up into this paper towel and then get the flour going. And then finish it off with some milk and then put the sausage back in. And then breakfast will be ready.
All right, so now we just added in our flour into our sausage drippings. The milk we're gonna add in here in just 1 second. And then we're gonna check on our hash browns again. This will only be about a 2-minute long process, so we can get the milk going. All right, so we used about a 1/4 cup of flour and 2 cups of milk. The 1/4 cup of flour only sat for 2 minutes, like I said. Then we added in the milk. Now we're just stirring it around, trying to break up that flour. After about 3 more minutes, we're gonna add back in our sausage, and then just let that simmer for a little while longer while our hash browns finish up cooking. Turning out to be pretty good for my first time doing this. As you can see, our gravy is starting to bubble a little bit, so I'm just gonna take a little spoonful of our secret ingredient, which is some chilies. Not a whole lot, just enough to make it noticeable. And then we're gonna get the sausage back in there, and the hash browns are about done, and then we're gonna serve. All right, so here it is. What I do is I just serve the gravy right on top of the hash browns, and you got your Bloody Mary right there too. One of the best breakfasts you'll ever have. All right, so the biggest thing about this recipe is to serve it right off the pan. You can still see some of the steam floating off the top. And I gotta say, the hot Italian sausage makes this unlike any other gravy I've had before. I would definitely recommend this. Yeah. That's fucking incredible. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.